I found out my wife was cheating through our home security camera, and I let her find out the hard way. Hey Reddit, I never thought I'd be the guy writing one of these stories. You read them, you feel bad, maybe shake your head, but you never think it'll happen to you. Well, here I am, and this one still doesn't feel real. Let me walk you through how I found out my wife of 6 years was cheating on me in our house. How I made sure she faced every consequence, and how I walked away with my sanity intact. I, 34 male, was married to Lena, 31 female. We met when we were both bartenders in our early 20s. Wild nights, big dreams, cheap tequila. Classic beginnings. Eventually we both settled down, switched careers. I'm in IT now, she's a dental hygienist, and built what looked like a quiet, respectable life. We bought a modest house, got a dog, made Costco runs. Had couple friends, Sunday brunch, the works. Everyone said we were that couple. You know, the one that just works. Or so I thought. I should have paid more attention to the shift. It didn't happen all at once. It was a slow fade. Less affection, less sex, more distance. I chalked it up to burnout. Work had been intense for both of us, but something didn't sit right. One day, I came home early from work. I had a dentist appointment, ironically, and decided to just call it a day after. When I pulled into the driveway, I saw a car parked across the street. Nothing sketchy, just unfamiliar. When I got inside, I heard the shower running. Not unusual. But I noticed something small. There were 2 glasses in the sink. One had lipstick on the rim. Lena doesn't wear lipstick. Ever. She's more of a chapstick girl. My stomach dropped. But again, I pushed it down. Maybe she had a friend over earlier. Maybe it was a neighbor. I didn't want to be that guy. Later that week, I casually mentioned the extra glass. She froze for half a second and said her coworker dropped by to borrow something. You probably just missed her. I nodded, but in that moment, I felt something crack in my chest. I didn't believe her. We have a Ring security camera and a couple indoor cams for the dog. I rarely check the footage unless there's a delivery. But something told me to scroll back through that day. I didn't see her coworker. I saw her ex-boyfriend, Derek. Yeah, that guy. The one she swore was just a stupid mistake from college. I watched him pull up, look around nervously, and walk into our house like he owned it. 20 minutes later, Lena greeted him in a robe. A robe. He didn't leave for almost 2 hours. That footage made my blood boil. I wanted to explode. I paced the kitchen for what felt like an hour. But instead of confronting her in a rage, I took a breath, copied the footage, and got a plan together. I didn't want a scene. I wanted clarity. I needed to know if it was ongoing or a one-time thing. So I upgraded our indoor cam to a model that recorded audio and ran 24/7. She didn't notice. It looked identical to the old one. I told her I had a work trip coming up the next weekend. 3 days, Friday to Sunday. It was fake. I booked a hotel downtown and took my laptop. She hugged me goodbye, kissed me on the cheek, like everything was normal. I watched the footage in real time from the hotel. Guess who showed up Saturday night? Yep, Derek. Same routine, same robe. This time, I heard them talking, joking, laughing, making fun of me. He still doesn't have a clue, she said between giggles. You sure he's not suspicious? If he was, he'd have left already. He's so wrapped up in work and being a provider, he probably thinks I'm doing yoga or some shit. My hands were shaking, but I kept watching. I made copies. I backed it up 6 different ways. I waited until Sunday evening when I got back from my trip. She greeted me like nothing had happened. That night, I lay next to her in bed, feeling the weight of every lie pressing down on me. I didn't blow up. I waited one more week. I booked a meeting with a divorce attorney, quietly gathered financial docs. Then I invited Lena's parents and mine over for a Sunday dinner. Right before dessert, I hooked my laptop to the TV. Then I played the footage. No intro, no warning, just a click. Lena turned pale. Her dad looked like he wanted to punch a hole in the wall. Her mom started crying. My mom excused herself to the bathroom. My dad just stared at her with disgust. I didn't say a word. When the video ended, Lena stood up shaking and asked if we could talk privately. I said, "No, we're past that." I handed her a manila envelope with the divorce papers, told her I'd be staying at my brother's place for the next few weeks while she figured out where she wanted to go. She started crying, begging, apologizing, telling me she was confused, that she never stopped loving me, that it was just physical. I said, "Don't insult me with half-assed excuses. You made your choices. Now you can live with them." She moved out 2 weeks later. I filed for divorce, citing infidelity. In our state, that mattered. Especially because we had a post-nup she insisted on not signing because she said she trusted me. The irony. She ended up with none of the house. I kept the dog. She moved in with a friend temporarily. From what I've heard, Derek ghosted her shortly after the footage went viral in our friend group. Apparently, he wasn't in it for the long haul, just the thrill. Lena's reputation? Shot. She tried to spin it as a mistake, but when you're recorded on camera multiple times, inviting your ex into the home you share with your husband, it's kind of hard to rewrite that narrative. As for me, I got promoted 2 months after the divorce finalized, took a solo trip to Iceland, started therapy. I've been dating again, but casually, not in a rush, just rediscovering what peace feels like. Sometimes the people closest to you hurt you the worst, but sometimes they also give you the push you needed to save yourself. And if you're wondering, yes, I changed all the cameras. I trust the tech more than I ever trusted her. Thanks for listening, Reddit.